Hi first grade, welcome to day 3 of Will is Up at Bat. Now, I promised you I would explain to you what the term up at bat means. So, in baseball, we have different terms that are used. One of the terms that you can use is up at bat. Now, what that means is kind of what it sounds like, which means that he is up, it's his turn, he's up for his turn to bat. So, the expression sort of means like it's his turn up. It's his turn to bat. And I thought I would take this opportunity as well to help you see how I've written these carefully on the line. So we're going to do a little bit of bonus handwriting work as well. So I'm just going to grab my marker. It's vanished. It's like there it is. And what I want you to see is this. When we look at these letters, you can see that there is the skyline, the ground line, and then the fence line. Now, some of my letters don't come above the fence line. Most of my letters don't go below the grass line. And finally, no letters ever go above the skyline. But the letter P does go below the grass line. That's intentional. I'm trying to hit the right lines, and you should too. So when we form letters, we form them like this. Here's the word letter U. Start at the fence, curve down, touch the ground, curve up, touch the fence, dive down, touch the ground. Now try P. Ready, here we go. Start at the fence, dive under the ground, curve up, touch the fence, curve down, touch the ground. A. Start under the fence, curve up, touch the fence, curve down, touch the ground, curve up, touch the fence, dive down, touch the ground. T. Start at the sky, dive down, touch the ground, run along the fence. B. Start at the sky, dive down, touch the ground, curve up, touch the fence, curve down, touch the ground. A. Start under the fence, curve up, touch the fence, curve down, touch the ground, curve up, touch the fence, dive down, touch the ground. Finally, T. Start at the sky, dive down, touch the ground, run along the fence. We're going to use these special words to retell the story. You can see the words first, next, then, and finally. You could also use first, second, third, fourth. But we're going to use these ones today. And what I want you to do is I want you to give it a go first to try and retell the story with a parent or a friend while you're sitting right there. What are the main things that happened in the story? Don't talk about unimportant details like they each had a bat or there was a ball. Talk about the main things that happened in the story. Give it a go. Memory. Oh, we're back. Okay, hi. So I'm going to give it a go to talk about what happened in the story. First, the most important thing that happened was that it was his turn to bat. Next, the ball was thrown at him and he missed it. Then he hit it the next time and he started running. He made it all the way around the baseball field and he won. So let's talk a little bit next about mixed up sentences. You can see here there are a number of words on the page, but they're not in the right order. I want you to give it a go first by yourself to try these words and put them in the correct order. And then we're going to do it in a sec. I've given you some clues that there is the order that will help you. So there's a period right here. That means that this is probably going to be the last word. Same with down here. Last word. There's an uppercase letter here. That means that this is probably going to be the first word. See if you can get these in order. Did you pause the video? Have you paused it yet? Okay, here we go. The first one was a little bit easier. The second one was tricky. Let's see the first one. The ball lands in the grass. The period and the uppercase letter were clues about the structure of the sentence and where it should go. Down here, though, was a little bit trickier because it wasn't quite as easy. The S may have tripped you up, and the word runs. Well, this is the correct order. Will runs as fast as he can. Notice there was two as's. and that was to try and trick you. Did you get it? Did you give it a try? Awesome. I've pulled out some words for you to take a look at, and these are words that are all from the text. You may notice something about these words. What's a pattern that you can see that's the same in all these words? What is it about these words? It might not be an obvious pattern, but you might be able to spot it. If you said that there are blends throughout all these words, you would be correct. Let's find where those blends are. So, I'll take out my purple marker and point out where we can see blends in each word. Here in this word, skids, you can see the blend SK, sk. In this word, smack, you can see SM, sm is a blend, and k at the end. In this word, stands, it has st, and it has nd. Drops has dr at the start, which almost sounds like a J. Grass has gr, and a double consonant blend too. Over here, the word grip has the same one as grass. Plan has p, stop has st, and hands and dust have their consonant blends at the end of the words. Nd and dust. I want you to pause the video and give these a go now that you can see them really clearly. Remember how we inferred the front cover on day 1? Well, we can use the words, pictures, and our schema to try and understand what it is that encouraged Will to keep going. So first of all, he had a plan, right? It says, Will has to plan. What will he do? Will he stop? Will he go? So he's got a plan in his mind. What was the thing, do you think, that encouraged him to keep going, to achieve getting to where he could? So it says after this page, Will runs as fast as he can. What do you infer from maybe this page was the thing that helped him to run as fast as he can? If you infer that it's probably because the fans in the stands clap their hands, then you'd be right. Because you can infer from the story, oh, that's what encouraged him to keep going with his plan. And when he got to the end of it, and it says, you win, Will, you win, we can also infer how you think he might be feeling. How do you think he might be feeling at the end of the story? Does it tell us? Does it say it anywhere? No, but we can pull more out of the text than is actually written in the text to infer what we think is happening. Well, that's it for day 3 of Will is Up at Bat. Now it's your turn to try and read this by yourself, and by this stage, you should be at the point where you're getting to be so fluent that it should sound like the way you speak, it should flow like a river, and that's going to help us to become quicker, faster, more fluent readers. One of the goals that we've been talking about this week was to think of this as a tool, to think of this as a resource, more than just a book. It's a book that helps us learn to read. Happy reading! Finally, we're going to talk about the author's purpose. That means what it was that he was trying to teach you from the story. What was his message? Maybe what was his theme? And I've drawn a little picture of an author here, and you can see that there's an arrow going from his head to the book to show that he's writing stories and writing ideas, and then the book to his head to try and understand what it is that he was trying to portray to us. So the author's purpose. Well, I want you to have a think in the story and think, what was he trying to tell us? The thing I think he was trying to tell us in the story was to make a plan, to follow through with that plan, and to not give up on that plan, to try and get towards winning and to try and get towards achieving your goal. We've explored a lot today and the last couple of days. Now it's time for you to go and enjoy the story again by yourself. Remember, this is a resource. Whoops, my face went over the camera. This is a resource. This is a tool that you can use to learn how to read. Don't think of it as just another book. It's set up in a very particular way. So use it the whole week because it will help you. Happy reading!